Okay, so I was able to finish, and let me explain this real quick as fast as I can. So 2 sine x plus square root 3. So this is problem number 2 right here. So what I did was subtract the square root of 3 to get over there. Then I divided by 2 to get the sine of x alone. After that, I was looking at my inner brain and thinking, what in the unit circle equals negative 3 over 2 for sine. And then I found out it was 60 degrees. 60 degrees equals square root of 3 over 2, right? So then, since it's a negative, it's going to be in quadrant 3 and 4, right? So then I was like, okay, so then we're going to add 180 plus 60. It's going to be 240 because that's in quadrant 3. And then now we need to get the quadrant 4. 360 minus 60 degrees is going to be 300, right? So we get 305 pi over 3 and 240 and 4 pi over 3. And the reason how we got that is because I used the formula for converting it to a radian, which is pi over 180, and that's how I got 4 pi, and it's also unit circle knowledge, right? So moving on to question number 3. All right, so question number 3 is correct. Same thing, right? Yeah. So square root 3 secant x equals 2, right? So what I did, same thing. I want to get the secant of x alone. When you're solving, you want to get one side alone, especially the secant or the side with the value of x. You want to get that alone. So I divided both sides by square root of 3. So that gets me that. And then I was like, 1 over cosine. So then I knew that cosine, if cosine were to equal square root of 3 over 2, that would equal 2 divided by square root of 3. That's the same thing. And although I know you might not like this being down here, this is just for now because we're trying to get cosine, but in the end, we do end up bringing it back up. Or sometimes we don't even have to because we have our cosine and that gets our answer, which I then notice cosine square root of 3 over 2 equals 30 degrees, right? And 30 degrees equals pi over 6. And since this is positive, cosine is positive in both quadrant 1 and 4, since cosine is the value of x, which is going to be, yeah, that shouldn't be 360, that should be 330. Because 360 is a full circle. Yep, 330. Alright, so that's how we got our answers. 330 and 11 pi over 6, 30 and pi over 6. And you're probably wondering how I got the radian form. It's because of the unit circle knowledge. You can also use the formula to get your answer. But yeah. Now moving on to question number 4. 2 sine of 5/7 x minus 1. So first things first. You always want to try to get this sine and the x alone. So we're going to move that over there, the 1. We're going to add 1 on both sides to get positive 1 on that side. Then we're going to divide by 2 to get rid of that 2. So that's going to be sine of 5/7 x equals 1/2. And then ignore the 5/7 for a moment or two. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to find where sine of x equals 1/2. And I found that it is at 30 degrees and 210 is when sine of x equals 1/2. And I was able to find out it was in quadrant 1 and 3 because the reason it is 3 because a negative and a negative equals a positive, and a positive and a positive, and quadrant 1 equals a positive. And that's exactly what we have, a positive positive. So then 5/7 so then you plug in this 5/7 x equals 30. You plug in your degrees, and then I got 5x equals 210, x equals 210 over 5, and yeah, so that is how we got 42 and 292.